Hi everyone, I'm back with another unboxing, and this time it's for the Dollar Bead Box. I resubscribed to the Dollar Bead Box. They do not send this to me. I pay for the subscription, but I kind of missed it because I really enjoyed seeing you get a sampling of unique beads, and I really like that. So I figured I'd resubscribe, and I'm also now getting the bead bag as well. So you'll see that one. I think it's in one of these boxes. And I have the November one, but I also have an old one that I haven't unboxed. And you'll see that in my next, upcoming videos, that if I was rearranging my studio here and I found some packages I didn't open. And that's why one of the reasons I had unsubscribed, because I didn't have time to unbox them all. But like I said, if I have extras, I'm going to be doubling up on it, at least to make some fun tutorials for you guys. Anyway, without further ado, let's open these guys and see what's in them. Okay, so as I mentioned a little bit ago, I have these two boxes to open. So I wanted to get this one out of the way. And like I said, I had this one. I think it's from April. No joke. Okay, so I think I got the bag in this one too. I don't remember. Yeah, I got the beads bag as well. So I got the bead bag, see, for November 2022, and then the actual bead box. All right, so here is the bead bag. It says November 2022 Dollar Bead Bag, and this is Check Fire Polish. We have 3mm strands and 4mm strands. It says Dollar Bead Bag subscribers can reorder November items through December 2022. So if you like any of this, you can go and grab some more during the month of December. So that means if you didn't subscribe to the bag, you could definitely go and grab some. So it looks like we have copper line, Maria, purple copper line, because I see some purple in there. I don't know though. Yeah, because I see purple and copper. These are 4mm strands. And we've got this one too, crystal metallic rhubarb, or light crystal metallic rhubarb. I'm assuming it's this one. And then we have this crystal silver line in 4mm. Hope you guys can see that. And then we have, well, I guess this is crystal silver lined. And then this one is what? Crystal volcano. So they're both silver to me. All right. And then we have the little ones. And purple. It looks like we've got another one of those purple copper ones, which matches this one here. Like that. And then we got gold metallic iris. Look at that, really pretty. It's got coppers, and I don't know if it's gold because it's got a ton of colors. And light topaz luster, which I'm assuming it's this one. Look at that pretty color. And then we have a crystal silver line. So there you go. I kind of figured it out. So these are the part of the bead bag for November. Really pretty. All right, so then we have the bead box, November 2022. The winter season will be upon us soon. It's actually arrived because it's pretty cold. So now's the time to prepare. Be sure you have a full stock of check glass pearls, fire polish, and bite cones. And don't forget the Swarovski crystal. In addition to all the colorful beads for the holidays, we have a few other suggestions. Okay, so they have kits, they have charms, wreath angel, and they have a holiday bead mix. Running out of time, Dollar Bead Box subscriptions are a wonderful way to share the spirit of the season. So you can gift it, and then they have all their Facebook or their social media addresses here. And then on the back, you'll find what is in the box. So I'll set that to the side. Chinese star cut crystal, green vitriol is 6 pieces. So that should be, I'm assuming this should be this, because it kind of looks like a star. So it is very sparkly. These are the fire polish, and there are 8 pieces, and crystal blue raspberry. Look at how pretty those are. Again, it matches lovely with the bag of fire polish we just received. They're check glass 2-hole crescent and hematite, and there are 6 pieces. Look at how pretty these crescent 2-hole beads are. Really sparkly. Ooh, look at these. And then there are 14 millimeter check glass cabochon and crystal heliotrope. 2 pieces. I hope I said that right. Where's Alexa or Siri when you need them? There you go. Isn't that pretty? So you've got that, and then that's the back. It's silver. And then we have 5 millimeter glass structs in garnet, and there's 24 pieces. Look at that. Then garnet, the color of my birth month, which is next month. And then we have the brass butterfly stamping, 2 pieces. They are 16 by 22 millimeters. I love these flowers. Makes me, I know we're in winter, the holiday's not over yet, but it does make me think of spring. So pretty. They're the same on both sides. Then we have these beautiful gold butterflies, and they are brass butterfly stamping, 2 pieces. They are 16 by 22 millimeters. So really pretty butterflies. You could just put on a jump ring and a chain. This is perfect for a young lady, or even for you if you like dainty small necklaces. Ooh, look at this guy. This is a 14 by 22 millimeter check glass 2-hole pillow rectangle. Sea green Picasso or purple jet travertine. So it looks like we got the sea green Picasso, and it's 1 piece. Again, reminds me of a chiclet, but it's a pillow. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Oh, interesting. It's drilled up here. Isn't that cool? That is pretty. Then there's 12 millimeter check glass 2-hole pyramid, alabaster white with purple luster, and there are 2 pieces, of course. Okay, so they are 2 holes. Isn't that pretty? So these are also some more check fire polish in metallic lavender or metallic orchid. Looks like we got the metallic lavender. 16 pieces, and they are also 7 millimeter. Then we have these gorgeous drops. Look at that. They are 10 by 20 millimeter and true purple. Got 2 pieces, and they are drilled through the center. We have a center hole. So very pretty. All right, now we move on to the strands. This is a check glass pearl in lavender rainbow luster, and there's 42 pieces on this itty bitty strand. Look at how cute that is. It's so tiny. These are really pretty though. Oh, look at these. And then we have a 6 by 10 millimeter check glass drop in gold acid wash or crystal Marie, because it's C, yeah, Marie acid wash. So I think we got the gold acid wash. And then we've got some fire polish. Okay, so this is a 6 millimeter check fire polish in purple copper lined. I hope I have the right one. With, or jet half silver. I'm thinking this is the jet half silver. And this one is 6 millimeter, and it's a check fire polish vintage plum copper or matte bronze hematite, and there's 20 pieces on the strand. So this one is 3 by 5 millimeter check glass rondelle, and it's a yellow opal. There's 25 pieces on this really pretty strand. And these are 3 by 5 millimeter check glass rondelle in purple silk, and there's 25 pieces on this really pretty strand. And ooh, we got some big ones. And then we have check glass twisted rondelle. Oh, I didn't know there was a twisted rondelle. Very cool. Check glass twisted rondelle in amethyst, and there's 32 pieces on this strand. Let me see it. I think it's better. You can see it better that way. So avoid any shadows. So this is the Dollar Bead box for November, and I'm going to move on to the April one. All right, so this is April's box. I'm not going to read everything because it's what's going on for the month, and I'm just going to go through whatever is in the list. We're behind on this one by a lot. But let's see, I'm so curious. So these pretty guys, look at that finish on them. Looks like they're pearlized. These pretty guys are 8x8 check glass flat star and opaque white AB. There's 6 of them. Do they have one hole? Yeah, it's a one hole. We got some tiara cast, which I always love. And okay, so it's a 15 millimeter tiara cast B button and antique silver plate. Look at that. It's a perfect little button to use as a clasp. You can even turn it into a pendant if you wanted to with some wire. And then I'm not going to open these because you guys know what these are. They're 4 millimeter jump rings in antique brass. We've got 20 of them in the little bag. Oh, right. And then there's this check glass leaf, 6 by 11 millimeter, and they are transparent green, and we have 12 pieces. Since it was April, I'm assuming they were going with the bee. We were going for spring. Like I said, I am going through all my old boxes of beads, and just whatever is still sealed up, I am going to be opening. You'll be seeing a lot of those being opened. I need to get through that. We have a 10 millimeter pewter spiral charm, and then there's of course 2 of them, which are cute for earrings. And then we've got, it looks like some ear wires. So we have brass ear wires, and they're antique copper plated, and we've got 4 pairs in here. Very pretty. These are check glass origami flower. There's 18 millimeter, and it's peridot AB. Super pretty. Use as pendants. They're pretty heavy for earrings, I think, once you put everything else. These are 12 millimeter check glass 2-hole pyramids, jet blue AB. These anchors are 12 by 15 millimeter check glass table cut anchor, blue opal travertine. We've got 2 pieces. So the travertine is what they use on the edges. Makes it look like it's got a little bit of moss. I like the antiquing, or the way that it makes it look a little boho, but really cute little anchors. Oh, look at these little guys. They're I think they're turbines, or what do they call these? They're 7 millimeter check glass turbine, opaque gray and teal combination. Got 6 of them. Yeah. Got a little bit of teal and gray in there. Kitties! How cute are these guys? I think I'm going to have to make something for my daughter. She loves cats. They are 11 by 17 millimeter check glass cat gray with gold wash. We've got 3 pieces. How cute are these guys? So pretty. And now we'll move on to the strands. These are check glass oval, 6 by 8 millimeters. And I love that they give us a full strand in olive, 17 pieces on this strand. And this is a check glass pinch olive. There's 35 pieces on here. They're 3 by 5 millimeter. Check glass leaf olive with copper. There's 15 pieces on the strand. They are 6 by 11 millimeters. Ooh, look at these pearls. They are 6 millimeter check glass pearl in olive. There's 20 pieces on this gorgeous strand. I love these. They are so pretty. And then we've got some fire polish, 5 millimeter check fire polish, turquoise half bronze luster. There's 25 pieces on this strand. Look at the turquoise. That is super pretty. We have 5 millimeter check fire polish and beige travertine. There's 25 pieces on here. And these little itty bitty guys are 3 millimeter check glass Strux in crystal. There's 50 pieces of this little guy. So this was April 2022 that we went through. So I'm going to go grab my tools and come back with a short and sweet tutorial. I'm thinking some earrings. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to start off with a super easy earring to make, and after I'm done making it, I'm probably going to have to give them to my daughter because she loves cats. So to do this project, you're going to need some memory wire, of course your kitty bead, an ear wire, and a silver jump ring. Oh, and you're going to need either a silver head pin or some 20 gauge wire that is German style 20 gauge wire, which I just use to make my head pins. As if you watch my channel, you know that I like to do that. For tools, you're going to need your round nose pliers and your memory wire cutters. Do not use your regular ones. These are special made wire, for this type of wire, specially made for that. And then of course your regular cutters for if you're going for the wire or for your head pin. And you don't have to, you can use your round nose pliers if you don't have it. It's not like you have to go out and get it, but I like to have it because it's nice and short. This is a memory wire round nose plier or bail making plier. All right, so I'm going to take those out of the way and let's get started. All right, so what you're going to do is that you take your memory wire. We're just going to go one circle. I'll just let it go. Make sure that it's just, so you don't cut more or less. You just let it be. And that's where you're going to cut your circle, your wire beam, right there. Now you're going to take your little round nose pliers or bail makers, and what you're going to do is you're going to take it from here like this, and you're going to go just sideways like this. And like I said, it's a tough wire. So you kind of have to work with it a little bit there, and then just make sure that you're keeping it horizontal, not vertical. And then once you have it like that, then you're just going to, what they say, break the neck or bend it so that it's in the middle, just like that. And do the same with this side. Okay, so now you have your two little loops, and then now you're going to take, you can either take your head pin or follow along, do a head pin like I make it. If you want to make your own head pin, all you have to do, oh, I forgot, we are going to need some nylon jaw pliers. All you have to do is, very tip, see, at the very tip where your pliers start, you just start making like a little spiral like that, and make sure it's nice and closed, and like this. And then you're going to take it and put it through this loop here, through the coil or the little coil that you made, and make sure that it comes out. You can use these to grab on. You just have to get it started there. And then this is when you get your nylon jaw pliers, and see, and you just pull. You've got like a little rosette, and then you can put your little kitty in here like that. So you take now that you've put your head pin in, go like this, you bend the wire, and then bring it over and change hands, change hands like that, and then you can just grab a pair of flat nose pliers and do your wrap loops. There we go. And got that. Just kind of tuck that in there. Now all you have to do, and like I said, these are super easy. You can even do like different beaded dangles. You could wrap this with some wire and some other beads. I mean, there's so many things. You put your jump ring on here. Remember to open front to back your jump ring, not side to side, because it'll lose its figure or its circle figure. I guess that makes sense. And then you put your cat on, and then you just bring this one over here, this guy, and then you close your jump ring. And then just close your jump ring again the same way you opened it, and open it right there. And put this, it doesn't, there we go. And you got your, like I said, your big hoop earrings, and they're super light. Like, even though they're large, if you like this size of earring, with the magic of video, we have the second earring. Ta-da! We've got our both 2 little kitty earrings. So that is earring number 1. Moving on to earring number 2. For these earrings, you're going to need some 24 gauge wire and an ear wire, and I picked gold. And you're going to need 18 gauge wire and just a piece of 18 gauge wire. Let me show you. I have it out. And then this piece of 18 gauge wire, which measures about 2 inches, which is also, let's see, 5 centimeters. Okay, so that's what you're going to need just for the 18 gauge wire. And then you're going to grab from the Dollar Bead Box, you're going to grab the leaves that came in this, and then these pearls. And this one, these were from the old Dollar Bead Box, the older one that we looked at. So if you have something similar, if you have that box, or get an idea on what to do. So for this second one, what we're going to do first is we're going to grab a piece of 24 gauge wire, 11.5 centimeters, which is about 4 inches and a quarter. First, we're going to wrap our leaves. Oop. And to do that, we're just going to bring it in here. Ooh, come on. Like this. And one side, we're going to leave it shorter than the other. So you want to leave it at the 2/3. And then we're just going to bend it, and we're going to make an X. Oops, that was maybe a little too much. We're going to make an X like that. See? At the edge of it. Okay? And then we are going to need, our round nose pliers and our nylon jaw pliers, flat nose pliers, and I always like having a second set for opening and closing. So another pair of flat nose pliers or bent nose pliers, whichever you're more comfortable using. And then some gold jump rings. I'm making my own gold jump rings. So there's that. Or you can just, like I said, use a pair of gold jump rings. So now I'm going to take my flat nose pliers, take this, and the shorter one, you're going to go and bend it 90 degrees up, like that. And then this longer one is 90 degrees down. So you have like an L, basically. And then what you're going to do is just you grab your leaf and you start wrapping the leaf with the 24 gauge wire, just like that. And you can grab it, and I don't know if it'll cover it, but it makes a nice cute spiral around here. You don't have to cover the end. I just like seeing that little spiral on here. Then towards the end, I just grab makes it easier, grab my pliers. like that. It just adds a, you know, that little touch of extra gold. Little shine, I guess. I don't know what to call it. And then you reach the end and you just, what I like to do is I bend it in and then just push it against the leaf like that, and in up in here, if you can put it up underneath the spirals, but this one is being fussy. I'm just gonna cut that because now I've chopped it all off. Where's my, oh yeah, you're gonna need your pair of cutters, of course. There. So there we go. It's very soft wire, so it'll stay close to the leaf. Just pushing these down a little bit. Kind of fuss around with it. There we go. So now we have our little leaf there. Then we're just going to bend the wire here and grab your, and do a wrap loop to complete this like cone shape that we have going on here. All right, so we're going to do that with all, I think there's, yeah, with all 7 of them, and then we'll move on to our next step. Oh, and I totally forgot, I'm so sorry. You're going to need some chain. I have this gold Rolo chain. You can use any chain you want, but you are going to need some chain. I do recommend small chain, and I apologize also for my nail. It peeled off as I, between the unboxing and then I don't know where it caught. It got caught and it just ripped off the nail polish. But anyway, going back to this one, you are going to need some chain. All right, so let's continue on wrapping these leaves. All right, so I wrapped all the little leaves, and this is something that you definitely want to sit and watch. Maybe listen to it, watch your favorite TV show, or listen to a book or a podcast because it takes a while to wrap all these little leaves, but once you're done, it's going to be really fast. So now I'm going to take my piece of 18 gauge wire and take my round nose pliers, and I'm just going to put it right in the mid, about the middle there. Make sure that your ends are flush, but I'm going to put a loop right here on this side. See, like that. Before you continue after doing that loop, you want to get your pieces of chain, and I did it by rings. I counted 12 of these little loops for the first one. So I cut a little piece there. I'm going to cut 3 of these little pieces, and they don't have to be the same size, but make sure that you measure so that you have 2 even earrings. You measure the chains, and I will leave that up to you as far as how long you want your little chains. I cut them. This is about, let me see, so it's about 1 inch, which is about 2.5 centimeters. And then you just cut, you know, different sizes based on that. And as you can see, I have these different sizes here. They're kind of like short, medium, and long. Just like that. And what we're going to do first is grab our pearls. Oh no, wait, this is not 18 gauge. Okay, I apologize. This is actually 20 gauge wire. I don't know why I said 18 gauge, but this is a 20 gauge piece of wire. So you're going to put your pearls. I tried 18. I think that's why it stuck with me, because I tried 18, but it wouldn't fit in these little pearls. So I switched over to 20 gauge. So you're going to put 1 pearl and 1 chain. And then grab your round nose pliers. So there we go. Now we have the pearls and the chain. And so now all we have to do first is That's why I like this Rolo chain, because you can open it up, and I mean it's like little mini jump rings. So I'm gonna put one on each end. Let's see, right there's the opening, like that, and then see how easy they open. And now that I have all of the leaves on, then you can just you can sprinkle the rest of them wherever you want. But I did one more on each side and then two on the longest one. All right, and now we have, look at how pretty that is. Now what we need to do is grab 2 more pieces of chain. For the 2 extra pieces, it's 2 1/4 centimeters and 1 inch. Yeah, about 1 inch of chain. And we're going to do the same for the other side. And this is where you're going to need your jump ring. And like I said, I made one of these like spiral thingies. I made like this coil. All right, so we're going to take our jump ring and put the 2 pieces of chain right there. And if you want, you can add, well, I'll wait till the end. So do that, and then you're going to open, I'm going to grab here, open make sure that the loops are facing up, open your little loops, put one side of the chain on this side. Oop, it's because it's pushing down, the pearl is pushing it up. All right, and then close it like if you were closing, oop, there we go, come on, like if you were closing a jump ring, close it back up, and do the same on the other side like that. And then just add your ear wire and you're good to go. There we go. And you have your earring. Like the other one, through the magic of recording a video, we have our 2 earrings. All right, so that is earring number 2. Let's move on to earring number 3. All right, so I have wire wrapped again these little drops, and then all we have to do is have our jump rings and our 2 flat nose pliers, or you can use, like I said, a bent nose plier. We're going to take the bottom, this place here. What we're going to be doing is just adding the jump ring and one of these little guys here, and then close. It's easier if you open all your jump rings first. This one got a little bit stuck. There we go. Because you could just pick up the next one with your pliers even, and add your drop like that. Oh, these jump rings are 18 gauge, so they're really tough they're not that easy to close, so you really have to grab onto them. And then the next one, and let's right there, and put it over this one here. There. So I use 5 jump rings. We're just going to need 5 of them. So I have 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna grab one more. 4. I mean, that I think that makes it plenty long, but if you want to add more, then you definitely can do that. So close it here, and the last one, put this guy on here, and add another little drop. And see, now you're wondering, well, Maria, you have 2 left. I'll tell you why. Because when I did my, you know, because I figured there was going to be some empty spots, so I wanted to fill them up. So as you can see here, I think I need another one on this side because I have one. Let's see, where is it? There, because of the jump rings, they only go to one side. I don't know if that makes sense. So where you see like empty spots, you just put another one on the other side because they're divided by a jump ring. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. So like, see, if you have the jump ring right there, and then you would have, this one is on this side, so you can put, and then I put this one on this side so that it looks a little bit fuller. And now I'm trying to see where I see another empty spot, and see here I have another empty spot right there. So I'm just going to grab this side of the jump ring. Let me make sure I got that right. Yep. This side of the jump ring. And I'm going to put this one right there. It just fills up those empty, like those little empty spaces you can see, because they all go to one side. If you have them all on one side, I mean. There we go. And now you can see that now it's a little bit more symmetrical. But look at how pretty those shine. And then we're going to use we got our ear wire. And open this guy up. Put our earring in, and of course you know what's next. We've got, ta-da, like a cooking shows, we've got our 2 earrings. And all right guys, so I added this part additionally of the other pair of earrings I made. For some reason parts of my video got, I don't know if they got deleted or somehow, I don't know, but it was missing. But I did want to show you how to make this pair of earrings, which is super pretty, super elegant, and definitely a new way to hang a dangle without an eye pin, and to do a different shape of an ear wire. So I definitely didn't want to miss out on showing you guys that part. So what we're going to need is this drop, which is really, really pretty, some of the fire polish, and these little like, what do they call them, heshy beads, or they look like little oh, whatchamacallit, why can't I think of it, little rondelles. I don't know, they're really, really pretty, these little beads here. And then I took some 20 gauge wire. This is a super simple, easy way to make some earrings, and a quick way to make some earrings for a gift, or if you want to wear a pair, you know, certain color for an event. This is a quick way to make them. So all I did was I take the drop and put it on here. I'm working off the roll, so I put it directly on the wire here. And like I said, this is a perfect way to make a dangle without having to use an ear wire. I mean an ear wire, a head pin. All my names get all confused. All right, so I'm just gonna take and bring it up, and then I like to twist it a little bit just for character, and then I'm just going to twist it like this and give it maybe just a little bit, because we're still going to do a wrap loop, and that'll add more height to the little loop here. So I'm just going to close this part here, and then we're just going to make a wrap loop as usual. And then again, once we've had two or three loops, whatever you prefer, we cut that end, tuck this one in. So all we're going to do is just put it together. I made simple loops on this fire polish and the heishi beads, or heishi, I don't know. And oh, doesn't want to get on there. All right, and just close our loop. Open this one. All right, look at how pretty that is. Just alone, and like I said, you have a dangle without having to use a head pin. And then for the ear wire, like I said, super pretty. And I think it's just also different and unique. So I'm going to straighten out my wire with my nylon drop pliers, and then take my cutting tool here. And you can use your round nose pliers, but I prefer to use my 6-step looper because of the consistency, you know, that I will make the same size each time, especially when I'm making this type of loop. So you're going to grab it, you don't feel it here, make sure that it's flush, and then just go all the way around like that, see? And then go underneath, but make sure you're leaving a little itty bitty space between the plier and the loop. And now we've got like a B. And then what I like to do is kind of smash it together just to make sure. And then we're going to grab the side here, and again we're going to leave a little bit of space to let that wire through, and we're going to go all the way around and come out in a diagonal. So it's going to look like this, like a three leaf clover, I don't know. And kind of press that together again just to make sure that it's nice, all and even. And then here you can cut your wire like this. Just cut about 2-3 inches or less. If you want to be more exact, you can definitely measure them, but I'm doing it on the fly, on the rush here. Oh, before we bend our ear wire, we're just going to grab it from the back like that, and then just bend this towards the middle. How it ends up being straight down. Put it at the height of your 6-step looper, and then just bring it around like this. And you've got your ear wire, and make sure that you make just a little bend here, where you bend your this forward. See how it's bent? I bent it forward like that. And then here I'm just going to cut right where this ends. Let me see if I can show you guys. Right, see right there? That's where I'm going to make my cut. And then I'm going to grab, I like using this one because it's the exact size, the little bit wider plier. So I'm just going to grab the end here like that and make that little bend. Okay, you can close it a little bit if you want, and then you can take your bead-alon, like the little sand or whatever this thing is called, and you know, you can put it in here. Whoop. You can put it in here and make sure that there's no sharp edges, because it'll scratch your earlobe or whoever if you sell your items. Just make sure that it's nice and rounded. All right, and then here, because I did the simple loop, where's the opening? Looks very closed. There, and then all you do is just add it to this third little part or petal of this, and there you go. Isn't that beautiful? Just a gorgeous. And I think what adds also to the beauty is the unique ear wire that you can make. Where's my other one? as always, surprise. There's the other one. So that is one of the other earrings that is included in this earring blitz tutorial earring blitz. I don't know what to call it. Multi earring tutorial. There you go. Maybe. All right. So let's move on to the next one. For the last project, we're going to use these little garnet guys here. We're going to use 6 of them. 3 and 3. We are going to need some gold jump rings and an ear wire, of course. I'm not making head pins this time. We're going to need 2 gold head pins, 2 inches. I don't know why this one ended up being shorter, but we still can use it. And you're going to need a hammer, and I'll tell you in a minute why, if you want to use it, of course. And a nice block, heavy metal block. I've got a what do you call it, rubber bottom to it, so it doesn't make a bunch of noise, which it still made a bunch of noise. But so first of all, so we're going to cut 2 pieces of 3 inches, and then just going to take my nylon jaw pliers and straighten these guys out a little more. So what we're going to do is take our round nose pliers. What we need to do is bend it in half. Because it's thicker wire, it won't be exactly, you can't grab it exactly in the middle if you want it to be in the middle. So if it doesn't, if it's still unruly and doesn't want to cooperate, all you have to do is kind of roll it with your round nose pliers. And then I'm going to use this here too. You can use this or you can use anything else, but I have this flat part here that I can use to really shrink that down. Now you would open it like this, like a V, and then grab the largest side, or you can grab a pen, whatever you want, but you can bring this down like this. You can even use like a Sharpie marker. See, anything that you can, or a mandrel. But what you're going to do is bring this guy all the way down and make them curved like this. See, kind of, it almost looks like a diamond, but not really, because you want to make sure that you round it out a little bit so it doesn't look too geometrical, is what I want to say. You just want them to have the shape but not turn them into corners. Does that make sense? Not as sharp. And now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your hammer. See, have like it's almost like a teardrop, I guess. And a little more rounded here. So like I said, just play with it until you get the shape you like. So I've got it like that. Now what I'm going to take is I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to put it on mute so I don't break anybody's ears, but I'm going to be hammering this. Alright, so I have hammered both of them, as you can see here. And this is not my design. I actually learned how to make these in a class many moons ago. In a class taught by JTV. So this is not, like I said, this is not my original design. It's a class I took, but I love them so much that I thought I would teach them on my channel. I'd give a tutorial on my channel. So, but that's where I got this design. So now what we're going to do is take each end and make a loop, and then on the other side we're going to take and do the same. Now we have our 2, and then this one too. Oops, wrong one. The small. Use the smallest size. So now what we're going to do is put our little guys on our head pins, and then we can put it together. So I'm going to put 3 on each of these. And these are really strong wires, so all we need to do is simple loops on them. Oops, there we go. So going to bend to the side. Cut. And make our loop. All right, so here we go. Now let's just put it together. Oh, I am going to need a jump ring. All right, so we have all our parts that we need to put this together. What we're going to do is we're going to open this side, like if they're jump rings, towards the out, and this one that way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hook it onto here, onto the top one. All right, so then what we're going to do is put this one right, this guy here, open that up, put him on here, and sorry, you can hear the heavy breathing of my pug. I've been filming for a while, so he's getting impatient. And then we're just going to take our jump ring, put it on this side, put your thing on there. You can do, oh, not yet. Hook it up to this. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to do. Hook it up to this side. Put your jump ring on. You make sure I'm facing this the right way. There we go. I mean your ear wire. Like that. And there we go. And there is our 2-tier earring. All right, guys, so there you have it. Our 5 pairs of earrings, our earring tutorial blitz, or whatever you want to call it. 5 new pairs to start off your 2023 with. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Which one of the 5 was your favorites, or were your favorites? Did you have more than one? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a big like. That it really helps my channel. And also, if I don't upload before the end of the year, I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I wish you all the best for the coming year. Let's make 2023 super great and fabulous. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll leave meanwhile a video up here. I always forget. I'll leave a video up here for you guys to check out. Thanks for watching.